Alrighty, we're back with E5. How's it going, everybody? Okay, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing. I think there's just a lot of waiting again. So I'm gonna start like watching a video in the background. But yes, I think from what I understand, from what I remember of my situation, I'm essentially just waiting for the next war to end. But I mean, this is all very good. This is all good for me because essentially what's happening here is when I win these wars, I get imperial authority. Alright, we're back. Finally, what's happening? We're at war with Castile, so we're just waiting for this to end. I have the Landtag. Yeah, I think I remember looking at this and thinking there's really nothing I want to do here. We'll get the shipbuilding facilities. I'm not even gonna get a Casus Belli. I'm just gonna because I'm not gonna have the opportunity to declare war. Um, so we'll just do this. Right, so yeah, we've just got this road from here to here. That's gonna take us a bit less than a year. Kind of crazy. We're still building this stuff. I've been upgrading these these printer shops for like an eternity here. But this has to be done if we're going to be building up the city. We need to essentially upgrade our industries. So another thing that we probably want to do is build up our spinners guilds, I'm assuming. I think there's an option for that in this tech tree. Somewhere. We're not in the Age of Reformation yet. Also, I'd like to get another naval governor as well. You know what? I can get a naval governor if I get one like up here, for example. I don't know, like maybe if I start invading England, I might be able to create a second capital up there. That's what I'm thinking. England. How we doing here as well? Okay. We're not doing too terribly. Just checking. Okay, so we want to build this up faster because there is iron in the province. And iron is actually really great. I can build that up. I'm just checking here. I believe I can build a town and then get like urban rights for mining. I'm just gonna go back down to the bottom here and see what can I look for? Mining charter. Maximum RGO size. Plus 35%. Just checking something here as well. What do I lose? Oh, is the maximum RGO increased? Actually, let's just have a look at that again. So, rural settlement. Right, so maximum RGO size is increased by 100%. I believe RGO size increases based on like how many pops there are in a town or city. I'm just checking, how do I increase migration attraction? Development, building structures like cathedrals and markets, high prosperity. So I believe I have high prosperity, 71%, that's really high. And it's increasing as well. Average satisfaction is fairly high. Increasing development is the other big one. Ow. Yeah, so high development is the big one, I think. So we're gonna maybe send another guy out to do that, increase development. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just... I'm gonna ignore this for now. You are going to increase development in the capital. Develop province. My man. So now it increases by 0.267. I'm gonna see if maybe there's another way to increase development through... Developed capital. Date above. Okay, so nothing like that. What if I were to check urban riots? Maybe there's something here that'll do it. Mining charter. Plus 35%. There was something with Magdeburg. Magdeburg riots? No, that's not it. Oh, this does migration attraction, so I might actually think about that. I might put that in Berlin. Let's go with... Yeah, I must be missing something. RGO size. Okay, so it only searches up the titles, it doesn't actually search up what's inside. I only see one maximum RGO thing. So maybe they took it out. Or it's not available to me for some reason. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the Landfried as well. Vigo Landfried. And then we're gonna keep going down this way. We're gonna get Perpetual Diet. Yeah, Perpetual Diet. So this will cost me another 100, 150. That's 200 total. So we're gonna need France to keep declaring war on us. Please. I need it. Luz. Italian wars. Italiano. You know what? I might be able to bring this guy in. Let's curry favors with them. What are you guys doing? Oh, we might actually win this. Oh my god. Alright, so we've lost our Diplo spending here. I kinda want to declare war on Poland again. They are allied to France and Talik, who have pretty much disappeared by now. And Lithuania. Who cares about them? Thinking maybe, these guys are our enemies, so I can just build a spy network and get a casus belli through them. Through that, so that works. We do have a casus belli against Norway, and I'm thinking I might want to press that soon. We can get England in to help us against Alba, and then we can take that. We can get a thing here. I think there's a city here. No, so they. All right. So it seems the English actually have Alba. I'm thinking I might declare war on Connacht in the future as well, and take that Irish land. Irish Scottish land. Wondering if I can change their culture. 34, so we've got another 3 years before we can turn them Scottish. Scottish. Got 'em. Oh, you can see Greenland is turning Brandenburgish. Oh yeah, right, that's why I don't want to declare war on Genoa, because they're not a part of the HRE. Gonna declare war on these guys, though. Lawrence. So I can get the Franconian circle in to fight the Papal States. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, my bad. Excellent. Glory to the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, right, so I can start annexing some people. I just want to have a look at this action here. Subject, so who can I cancel? Scoutage, this guy, this guy. I'm gonna annex this one. And I think I'm gonna annex these two. Why did I do Scoutage with this guy? Because I can't exactly create a local governor there, can I? Oh, you know what? It's probably because of this. Right, so we've got another 8 years. Can we annex this guy? We can annex them. Excellent. Alright, cool. Awesome. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna see, like, can I annex them now? I can do it in 30 years. Okay, so we want to scoutage this guy as number 1. Maybe scoutage number 2. Scoutage this one. This is already scoutaged. I might do the same thing here as well. No way. I think we're to bring England into this. Interesting. Why? Levy availability is the big one, so I might be able to bring him in later. I'm gonna, like... Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, this is a good thing. Hold on. I'm pro-Catholic. I'm gonna join my ally out of obligation, but I think I'm more on the side of these guys here. So we're getting a Catholic revolt in England. Go Catholics. Wait, hold on, what happened there? I'm actually confused. What happened there? Fuck me. Nice. Look at that. June. Waiting until June. Okay, we're gonna have to join this one, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna maybe see if we can invite one of these circle groups into this war. There's a way. Yeah, that's weird. Prussia is not a defender, technically, but, I mean... Alright, so we'll wait another 3 years and then invite them in. Yeah, alright, let's have a look at this. Quais sunt Caesaris Deo? Oh, no, 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 come on. Yeah. Beaujolais. Wow. Holy damn. Yeah, I don't think I care. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, never looks good here. Okay. There aren't any, building upgrades. It's just books. Kinda boring. um... Oh, wow, we actually won that. Yeah. Go Savoy. Fuck 'em up. Get a white piece. Okay. Just check that out. Okay, so we'll start annexing some people here. And then I'll probably declare war on... Okay, interesting. Yes, okay, you know what, let's do that. Let's switch this, guy, turn him into a Dominion. Are we a fiefdom here? Okay, fiefdom, Dominion, just check. Border distance. Due to their reject subjugation reasons. Okay, because they're a member of the Holy Roman Empire, I understand. So... Oh yes, we can go and switch... Switch one of these. I think this guy might be next. There's also Orkney. I mean, I am going to get a naval governor soon, so I'm thinking... I do kind of want to enforce culture here. So in August, very soon, going to switch that. They will become Brandenburgish, much like my friends up in Scandinavia. Let's switch this one as well. I believe we just switched this guy to a Dominion, so he's going to start converting. Oh, this is a vassal, so this is another one we want to maybe consider. Thinking I might declare war on Norway now. Just checking here, so we've got 3 vassals being annexed. We're going to save here. Alright, we're going to get England to help us out with Alba. Alright, now we're gonna do enforce culture. Bang. And then in a month, we'll start improving relations with our friends in Orkney. Hopefully they'll assimilate this. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna send my troops out to deal with, uh, them. So how many can I send? 500, that's it. We've got cogs here. What, can we build some, we can get some levies, so I guess that could probably help, but it's not much. We're ferrying like 500 troops per trip. That's not very good. I might start building some more cogs, but I think I might be better off just getting some more levies. So we'll get these navy levies. Let's Let's get these guys in as well. Oh, jeez, what the fuck happened here? I lost everything. Yeah, no availability, I can't speak. Ugh. Devastating. I'm just gonna wait until our friends make it to the western coast and then we can start shipping some more troops out. So how are we doing this? Oh, you know what? This is a bit of a problem. I'm gonna start moving out. You guys... move to here, please. What are you doing? So these guys are gonna start moving to England. And we're gonna have these guys deal with the Scandinavian forces up north. The Norsemen. The Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire is fighting in England and Britain. Oh, right. That's with the local governor. We've just connected it. So Riga is now our eastern capital. Montferrat. We're fighting Spain again. Good stuff. Can we piece these guys out separately? Okay, we can. We can do it. It's possible. Very plausible. Just push them back that way. Out to the east. Okay, so how we're doing this, I think what I'm gonna do is something like this. Number one, number two. We're gonna declare war on these guys as well in the future. Not yet. But sometime. Maybe next time we get a parliamentary agenda, I might declare war for these Scottish territories. Um, clergy... Yeah, we'll go with humanist. Why not? Let's go with that. I like humanist. So I'm just going to show you how much I like it. Probably not that much in the grand scheme of things. Okay, yeah. We are moving towards humanist, but we still got a very strong spiritualist value system. I think a big part of the reason why I've got this is just because I can't really, I can't be fucked. Like, it's a lot of work trying to switch this. I'm probably going to switch same religion to any religion, but I mean, I really like religious teachings as well, and this goes more towards spiritualist, unfortunately. Because yeah, as you can see, you get max literacy for the lower classes with the religious teachings, but if you go with individual apprenticeships, it's only for the middle and upper classes. Nothing for laborers and soldiers and peasants. So that's what I have an issue with. It's a very, like, top-down education system rather than an egalitarian one, which the religious teachings give you, unfortunately. Alright, we're still gonna keep doing this. We'll get there, we'll defeat these guys. Yeah, I think I'm content with this. I'm not really getting that much antagonism from this, so I think this is fine. So we're going for Stockholm here. I'm gonna replace the general. So instead of the Imperator, we're having other stuff here. What the fuck is this guy doing there? Also, we're gonna place an admiral here. Filippo di Rivieri. Oh, and this guy is the future king, I believe. The Savoy. Hold on, let me check this. Oh, no, okay, I'm wrong about that. Hold on a minute. So he's the same dynasty. And he's married to my aunt. I'm just gonna look at this guy. So the king, Ahmed Savoy. Okay. Oh, I forgot. This is not my dynasty. The von Moors have been replaced by the von Freibergs. So we have von Freiberg, but of course I don't want to stick with this dynasty for very long. So I'm keeping this guy unmarried for now. We're gonna try and pass off our throne to the king of to Castile. We're not passing it off to them. We're passing it off to their dynasty. And technically, if we do find ourselves in a personal union with Castile, we will actually be the senior partner because we have a great power score. We are the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, after all. Which should make it easier for me to, like, maintain our kind of control over the personal union. That's the overall goal here. Not only that, but it also increases our dynastic power by having Castile as a... I guess a strong, great power outside the Holy Roman Empire should help convince people of my imperial authority. Yeah, we'll be declaring war on, the Papal States eventually. Who was that subscribed? Are you watching this? By the way. I don't think you are. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. I don't know why they subscribed. I'm kind of curious. But I'll have a look at that later. It could be for like one of the soundtrack. It could be for soundtrack reasons rather than streaming reasons. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of what have I been playing? I've been playing Dead Rising for a while now. I'm essentially trying to like do an achievement run here, and like and I'm just gonna have a look here. Like, okay, so 8 achievements left, and like a few of these are like collect things achievements. I got most of them already, but I just got to collect like the last combo cards. I got to do the Zombrex posters, so that's probably going to be my next run. And then I've also got to do kill 72,000 zombies, which will, I mean, I'll get the 53,000 zombie one on the way there, but 72,000 zombies in one playthrough. I mean, it should be pretty easy to do now, because I've got, like, I've purchased all the vehicles. I've got all the keys, so I should be able to, like, you know, kill lots of zombies pretty easily. Yeah, what am I doing? Right, so we're still moving. I'm gonna, like, sit my guy there, because, we're actually gonna have issues with food. How are we doing in Scotland? Not very well. I mean, England has only just gotten around to actually sieging this down. I mean, that's really annoying. Yeah, that's really annoying. They only just managed to do it because I've sent, like, a significant portion of my troops to their lands. So I'm just gonna put these guys down here and starve London. In the process, I'm gonna punish them for their inactivity. Okay, well, we're gonna move down to Sortalia. Sortalia. Okay, so they're moving back down. Maybe it's because I've moved down to London. How's it going? Yeah, we're at war with Sweden. Well, it's Norway. Norway is the main belligerent. They've brought in Sweden because Sweden is in a personal union with Norway, and they've also brought in Scotland, who I'm currently I'm gonna like piece them out and take a bunch of land from them. I have long-term aspirations to conquer this land for the whole Holy Roman Empire. Not even long-term. Let's say short-term. I'm going to be declaring war on Ireland sometime in the future as well. And I'm going to be fighting England as well, so I've got to build up my navy. But this is like at the HRE. Just going to have a look at my achievements though. I mean, it's possible that I don't even make it past that point. I might not even declare war on England, because it just feels like, from an achievements point of view, there's not much to do apart from. So I want to do the Megalopolis stuff. I want to get A greatness from small beginnings, which is to obtain the rank of empire, excluding being the HRE emperor. As Prussia have 50 quality and offensive societal values. That would be really awesome. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do this, but I think I can only get this in, at least as far as I can see from, like, the reforms and stuff, I'd have to wait until, like, maybe two ages in the future. How's the situation with the French? We're still at war. Still at war with the French. No, actually, no, we're not at war with the French. So we had a couple of wars with the French. And one of the great things is Savoy actually managed to take some land from the French. As you can see here. So this is stuff that they just took. But beyond that, I think for the most part we've got like white pieces with the French and the Spaniards. We're about to win a war with the Castilians. In the relatively near future, I mean, I'm not even sure how near I'd say it would be, but I'm just gonna double check this. So yeah, when I die, the throne will pass to Filippo de Savoy, who is the second in line to inherit the throne of Castile. So Castile will die. Louis de Savoy, who was actually one of my cabinet members, will inherit the throne of Castile. And then when he dies, we will have Filippo de Savoy, who is married to my sister, and that's why he gets the throne. So I'm actually, like Queen Elizabeth, I'm choosing to stay a virgin. We are not going to make any children. We want this to happen for the kingdom, for the empire. We will inherit Castile. So yeah. Yeah, I'm more like I'm like a Catholic Elizabeth. But also a man. So like everything that Elizabeth wasn't, except a virgin. Oh, let's check out the Council of Trent. Oh, we are actually succeeding. Hunting accident. No, we don't want the hunting accident to the air. We want the hunting accident for the Emperor. If the air gets the hunting accident, then we don't get the throne. And then I think it passes down to my other sister's son, who I believe let me see. Oh, is actually not married. I might actually marry her off to someone. Naples, possibly. Svidvin. Wait, hold on. Are these guys... Wait, this Svidvin? Svidvin, that's very, like, what are they, Scandinavian? Rhine-Franconian. So they're a German dynasty. Oh, okay. So no, I see what you mean. You mean the direct heir, not the not because technically the grandson of the King of Spain is my heir. So I was like, that's why I was a bit confused. I'm like thinking, you want me to kill my heir? No, but my heir is, you know, whatever. Like he's he's second in line to the throne of Castile, but he's first in line to the throne of the kingdom of of Prussia. So he is technically our heir, just not the direct Not the first heir to Castile. It's confusing. But even then, like, I'm not really, I don't anticipate, for this guy's, death quite so soon. I don't think like, the timing doesn't really matter too much as long as I get, as long as he inherits the throne. Oh, but the problem, actually, let me just check this. I want to see, like, how does the succession work? Let me think about this. Yeah, okay, so, I'm just gonna read this. So, eldest line of the ruling family, preferring males over females, descendants of deceased heir inherits their parents' place in the line of succession before the ruler's other children. So, yes, okay. So I was just making sure that's the case, that I'm actually getting the succession law correct. So, if Louis de Savoy does die, then Filippo does inherit. So I think you are correct. If this guy does have a hunting accident, then this guy will inherit. Because I just thought that maybe, like, if he died, then the brother would take over, but that's actually not the case. This guy will take over. But at the same time, I'm thinking, if he is inevitably going to inherit, I think the timing doesn't matter too much. But it would be nice to get it earlier. Rip Byzantines. Yes, yeah, they've been dead for a while now, but it's a shame. Real shame. Okay, so we're gonna move our guys to Duns. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. I'm gonna go and just move out my troops, so I'm not starving them. It might be a good idea to place a... I was gonna say maybe create a supply depot, but actually I don't think I can. Supply is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I've been watching, Tyler. Has there been an Age of Reformation? There has been. But it's actually relatively weak, I think. I would say... Just trying to figure out what the... Oh, right, so we've got Jesuits here. I see. How do I accept them? We need to unlock it, but how do I do that? And there might be an event somewhere. So I might just have to be patient here. I'm not sure if I mentioned. I was thinking about it, but I was like, oh no, I was about to mention it. So yeah, I've been watching some more Apple TV shows recently. I saw Silo today. I've been keeping up with that show, because that... Oh, when did that come out? Like, I think shortly after COVID or whatever, and they're on their 3rd season. I'm gonna Google that. Silo. First episode 2023, so 2 years after COVID. So yeah, it's been 3 years. They're coming out with the 4th season, like, next year or whatever. So they've been filming stuff back to back, which I think is awesome. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'd say I recommend that show. I think it's a funny one. It's a weird one. Like, it's a really great high concept idea that was really awesome in the first season. I was a big fan of that first season because it's like the mystery of the silo is really fucking great to kind of unravel in that show. But I think once the mystery kind of, you know, once you understand how things work and why things work, and you understand the lore of the universe, I think that the rest of it isn't quite so interesting. So just to explain, Silo is essentially, it's a show about um it's a show set in the future in this kind of like nuclear bunker type thing. It's a well, it's a the bunker is essentially like a silo. It's like a, you know, like one of those things you see in a farm that like stores grain. So it's like it's got that kind of shape. It's like a cone, and people or like an anthill, and people live inside this uh, this silo. They've been living there for an undefined amount of years because, you know, the history of the silo is kind of ambiguous. Um, uh, but yeah, they've been living there for a while now, and it's kind of understood that you can't leave the silo because the outside world is poisonous. Um, And they've got this whole ritual about, like, leaving the silo. Like, if someone says they want to leave the silo, you can't stop them. So it's like, it's like this big taboo thing. You can't say you want to leave the silo, because if you're, you know... And I think a part of the reason why that's the case is because, you know, they got a finite amount of resources, so, like, sending people out is, it's seen as like a way to kind of, it's population control, really. Um, um, but yeah, so they got that whole ritual about it, and I don't know how much I can say because I don't want to like, I don't want to spoil the story, but it's really good. I mean, I would recommend it. It's got a really great first episode as well, because it's which is like kind of disconnected from the rest of the show, because it has these two characters that like never pop up in the rest of the show. But their story is like incredibly consequential for what happens next. And I think it's yeah, it's a really great way to introduce the universe. Um 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 yeah. Yeah, again, I am being, like, purposefully vague, because most of that show is just trying to fit, like, it's the big appeal of that show, especially in the first season, is, like, understanding how things work and why they work, and, like, yeah, because, oh yeah, just understanding this, like, post-nuclear society, or whatever this is, I'm not even entirely sure if it is post-nuclear, or if it's, something else. It's pretty vague and ambiguous, but yeah. All right. So I think what I might do, because I think their navies are gone, I might send my navies back out to here. We've got some food. So we're gonna start like feeding Feeding our troops in Sweden. What game did I play earlier? Oh, okay. So what games did I play? I played several games. So, in the afternoon, in the early afternoon, I played, a game called Dead Rising 2. I think you've seen me play it. It's that zombie survival game. I've been doing it like an achievement run of that, so I'm just getting all the final, like, achievements. I finished the story like 3 or 4 playthroughs back, and now I'm just trying to get, trying to kill zombies. So I gotta kill like 72,000 zombies in one run, which is, I think, plausible. It's possible to do with what I've got. I've built myself up. I've got all the keys for all the vehicles in the game, so I can just spend hours killing zombies. um, yeah. So what was the other game? So I was also playing. Obviously, I did play a bit of XCOM as well, but not much. But there was another game, and the most recent one that I played was Terra Invicta. Sorry, hold on. Oh. So Terra Invicta is, it's like XCOM. It's like if XCOM were a grand strategy game, then you would have Terra Invicta. Yeah, it's, well, it looks almost like XCOM because it practically is. The guys who developed Terra Invicta were the guys who developed the biggest mod for XCOM, which is called the Long War. You'll probably, if you ever get around to playing XCOM, people will recommend the Long War to you. And the people who made Terra Invicta, were the guys who made this mod, and it's like one of the best. I think it's one of the best mods for any game that I've ever seen. I mean, I saw my dad play it because he used to play XCOM like a decade ago, and yeah, he says it's like one of the best mods that he's ever played with that, and like recent Fallen Civilizations, or Rise and Fall of Civilizations, but with an like RHYSE, which I thought was pronounced like Reese, but I guess it might be Rise. But yeah, Terra Invicta is really cool because it's again, you've got the whole alien invasion aspect of it. There are like 7 factions in the game. I might be wrong about that with 7. But the factions in that game are ideological in nature, and they all vary from, we want to stop the aliens at all costs, like on the very extreme end of that, like, oh, we must unite humanity to destroy the aliens, to, on the other end, we must submit to the aliens and worship the aliens. So you've got like the servants who are like, yeah, they are religious fanatics who want to like give land to the alien administration. And then you've got like, I'm just going to go through all the factions from that end. And then you got the Protectorate who are like they'd be the equivalent of like collaborators. So they're like an organized collaborator movement. So they're not like fanatic in the kind of we want to worship the aliens type deal. They are more, oh, we want to organize the nations of the world to work with the aliens in any way we can so we don't get destroyed by them. So they are like, in every sense of the word, collaborator nations. Then you've got in the middle you've got the Academy, who are like they're like scientists and obviously like academics. They're your middle ground kind of intelligentsia who they don't want to collaborate with the aliens. They don't want to destroy the aliens. They actually want to work with the aliens and make themselves make humanity like an equal partner to the alien factions. So a lot of their gameplay is like Vichy France. Yeah, that's what Protectorate is. That is essentially like Vichy France or any of the like Eastern collaborator states, Nazi collaborator states. like the Reichskommissariats. Um, um, yeah, so what was I saying? So the Academy, yeah, so they're like the, they are the, neutral ground, don't want to destroy the aliens, we want to work with the aliens, but we don't want to be collaborators, we don't want to be subordinates. So they're a bit like Protectorate, but on more equal grounds. And then to the left of them, you've got the Resistance. So the Resistance is, I was going to say Resistance. So the Resistance is essentially, they are XCOM. Really, I think they are the closest analog you have to XCOM. We want to stop the aliens. We don't want to destroy the aliens. We don't want to commit like a genocide against the aliens, but we want to kick them out of our solar system. Because of the alien presence is like, you know, I mean, again, we're not genocidal. We're not like evil or anything. We just want them out. And then you've got Humanity First to the left of them, who are, they're led by this he sounds like this guy named Hans Castillo, who's like, I think he's like an analog for like a communist resistance fighter. But he is, I'd probably say he's more, I mean, a communist is probably correct. He's like very authoritarian, like we must destroy the aliens at all costs. Like we must like completely eliminate them. So he's very like genocidal, anti-alien fanatic. Yeah, Empyrean of Man, I'd say so. He's a bit like that, yeah. And he is very much pro, like, humanity in the sense that he wants to unify humanity in order to make humanity stronger against any potential alien threats in the future. So, like, I would say, I mean, because he is Hans Castillo, he's got that kind of communist resistance fighter, like, connotation. I would say he's like the Communist Internationale, if the Communist Internationale was purely interested in, fighting aliens, right? Yeah. And then you've got two other factions who are very interesting, because they don't quite fit into the same mold, as the other, pro-human or pro-alien factions. So one of them, I would argue, was more pro-human, but only for specific reasons. So there's another faction called, and this is not the one that I'm talking about, there's another faction that are called Exodus, whose only goal in Terra Invicta is to leave the solar system. So they want to keep humanity around as long as they can. Their goal is essentially just to leave the solar system. They don't care if humanity survives or if it doesn't. As long as they get, like, a ship out of the solar system, they win the game. And you can, oh, yes, what was I saying? So, and the interesting thing about Exodus is, because they have no, like, kind of geopolitical ambitions. Oh, sorry about that. In Terra Invicta, like, all the factions are inherently friendly with the Exodus faction, because the pro-aliens don't care if they leave, and the pro-humans don't care if they leave. So yeah, that's probably one of my, I haven't played as them yet, but they're probably my favorite faction just based on that, because they have such a like an asymmetric like end goal, I guess you could say. Asymmetric is probably the wrong word. It's like a very lateral end goal. And then you've got, so the last faction that I'm thinking of is oh, Oh, I'm trying to remember what they're called. Hold on, let me Google this. The Initiative. So the Initiative are, I mean, you've seen me play XCOM. So the Initiative are essentially Exalt. So they're like the like corporations in the background who are trying to well, maybe not even the corporations. I say they're like a combination of corporations and like aristocrats and like the upper class, really, who are trying to use the alien invasion to their advantage and to control Earth. With alien technologies. So they are, yeah, they're exalts. That's their best like XCOM analogy there. And they are, I guess, I would say more pro-human than you'd think they'd be, because obviously they don't want the aliens to take over the Earth, because they have their own, like, ambitions to control the world. In what way is it a grand strategy through gameplay-wise? Well, the grand strategy aspects are essentially like, I mean, it's a bit, maybe I would say it's unorthodox as far as grand strategy games go, but you do have, like, you have a map, you know, like a geoscape. So that, I mean, I would argue that is a grand strategy, like, element, that, you know, kind of distinguishes it from other strategy games. But one of the aspects of Terra Invicta is you can actually consolidate. You do have geopolitical ambitions, depending on who you're playing. Some factions obviously don't. Like, I think the Servants don't really have geopolitical ambitions, or at least I should say that their geopolitical ambitions are driven in a different way than other factions are. And obviously, the Exodus is not interested in geopolitics in the same way, but in Terra Invicta, you are playing as a faction, as I explained, so you're not as constrained in a way to play one specific country. So as the Resistance, I could play in Russia, or I could play in France, or I can play in the United States. You will be building like a power base. So for example, because I in my game I'm playing as France slash Spain slash Portugal, I've kind of consolidated Western Europe as Resistance strongholds. And so my kind of long-term goal is to unify the European Union. And that's one of the things you can do in this game. You can actually create like big nation states. Bigger nation states, I should say. So like Russia can unite the whatever their faction is called. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the CIS, I think is the acronym. So they can annex Ukraine. I mean, because the game is set in 2022 and 2026, so it has the real world like situations and wars going on, which I think is really interesting. So in 2022, because they've been at it for a year, the Russian-Ukrainian war is still going. So one of the things you can do, if you win the war in Ukraine as Russia, you annex Ukraine and bring it into your faction. Well, into Russia, de jure Russia. And similarly, you can declare wars on other states that Russia holds claims to. I think Belarus, at the start of the game, is claimed by Russia. And then you've also got these Central Asian countries like Kazakhstan, not Uyghur, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, the other stans, Kyrgyzstan. Um, so Russia can like bring all those guys into de jure Russia. Um, and the great thing about this as well in this game is because you're playing as a faction, you can choose to peacefully unify. It is an option. I mean, especially in the European Union, you're not going to be declaring war on Croatia just because you want to like fucking bring them into the European Union. One of the big problems with that doing that is the United States is actually allied to the European Union via NATO. So one of the funny things is, and I think maybe arguably accurate things, though maybe not in current day politics, but maybe the politics of 2022, is that if as France had declared war on Czechia, for example, the United States kind of has an obligation to defend them, even though I mean technically they are both in NATO. I think there is that kind of question, like what the hell do you do there? And generally, when something like that happens, the United States joins in. So it's like it's um yeah, it can be a bit problematic trying to declare war on European Union nations for that reason. You don't want to declare war on Europe as Russia. That reason. Yeah, no, it's really good. I mean, I'd highly recommend it if you like paradox strategy games. I guess another thing that I didn't really factor in there is that you've also got the space element. So like unlike XCOM, where XCOM just takes place on the planet, it's all on Earth, and or on spaceships in orbit. Um, on Terra Invicta, like, a big part of the gameplay loop is actually building up a space economy. So your early game is, and this is currently something that I'm doing right now in my game. I'm actually building up my boost. A boost is kind of an ambiguous resource uh like sending resources up into space to build space stations and outposts on planets. And yeah, and currently that's what I'm doing with the moon. Hold on, I'm just checking. I'm kind of like figuring out what I want to do here, but I think this is good. Any explanation as to why the aliens are attacking, or is it like XCOM where you have to figure it out? I think there are theories at the start of the game, but yeah, you do have to figure it out. Like a big part of the game in the missions, and I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, is yeah, trying to figure out what the aliens are doing. That's each of the different factions, I believe, have a different explanation and like a different rationale for the reasons why they do things. So that's another thing. Like each of the factions aren't just like carbon copies of the other, even if they have similar goals. Like the reasons why they do things are different. And so there's not just lore with the aliens, there's also lore with the factions. Which I think is kind of neat. But yeah, no, I really like the space economy stuff in Terra Invicta. You know what? The way I'm talking about this, I kind of want to start playing it again. So I might actually stop this in a bit when I'm done with this war, and I might switch over to Terra Invicta. Oh fuck, this guy, he's an embezzler. God damn, the last one was an embezzler too. Oh no, he wasn't. No, the last one was actually good. Maybe it was maybe it was the previous guy, or maybe I might have safe scummed and had to get rid of it. I don't know. How are we doing with our diplomatic income? Alright, so we are getting some money from Sweden. It's not much, though. It's not great. Oh! Oh, hold on. Excellent, so we can build. We can get the Jesuits. What's next? Precious metal distribution. I might ban this. Oh, no, we want more minting. More money from minting. I'm surprised I didn't enact that. Alright, so let's start sending our navies out this way. Let's check out Imperial Authority. We're gonna make our final push to Avigo Landfood. And then we'll start making our way down to this, I think. Or we can do free cities because we will have one policy. One beneficial policy for the Emperor, so we can start moving in this direction. How much is this going to cost me? 75. This is only 50, which is great. This requires 2 policies, so we want to start moving towards the imperial cities in the long run. This will turn them into subjects. We can also get Emperor Successor Preference. And that'll give us that'll give us 2, and then we can do this. So 3 beneficial policies. Just trying to figure this out. Overrule Imperial Diet Action. I think this is like the absolutism. I have an idea. You need to demand unlawful territory from Bohemia. They have too much land. Yeah, I'd hope so. I hope I'd be able to, but I don't think I can. They won't accept, and I don't want to declare war on them. They're my allies currently, so... And the funny thing is, like, the heretics are actually not hurting me that much right now. I mean, the Catholic reform is fairly low. We're doing pretty well against... Hold on a minute. Oh, so they've got a Catholic queen on an Anglican empire. Ermelin. And they've got, oh my god, that's crazy. What if she dies? And what happens next? Do they become... Can I inherit this? Hold on. He's not married. Oh, that is very interesting. Okay. Can I? I can't because I have no... And they won't accept it because they're a different religion. Okay. I wish those Catholics won. Dominus ac redemptor noster. Decline. Decline. Accept. Thanks for the money, Mark. Oh, that reminds me. So, we want to have a look at our circles. We want to look for reform circle coinage. And then we will increase this. We get more money from minting now. And then once this is gone, we should be making some money. That's good. That's very good. Oh, Copernicus is dead. Our good friend Copernicus. Oh my god. And we defeated the Norwegians. So now we're gonna make our way to Oslo. Say hello to their capital. And yeah. Oh, they're part of the Swedish Union and are prohibited by the laws of the organization. Interesting. Why was spared and allowed? Oh, because Sweden is the senior partner, I think, in the personal union. It is. They are the Swedish union, so that's why they were able to peace out, and I am able to peace out Norway. We're gonna do cash, we're gonna do war reps, and then trying to figure out like what the best solution would be, like this and then this, or this and then this. That works. Oh, okay. Going to Scotland. Yeah, you going to any of the places that I'm invading right now? Like Perth. Oh shit, right. Bring this guy out here, because we need to give this guy some food. He needs food. Oh. And... move out to Oslo, friend. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna save it now. And I'm gonna start playing some more Terra Invicta, so I'll play for like a couple of hours longer. And then I'll stop. But yeah, Terra Invicta, playing some more. So I'll be back in a sec. Last Last time you went to a place called Embo above Inverness. Oh, okay, so it's pretty far up north. Okay, let me just set this up. Yeah, looks great. All right. So just for people watching on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm gonna stop the stream, but I'll be back in like 1 or 2 minutes because I'm essentially what I'm doing here is I'm switching game, and because I'm switching game, because a lot of the stuff goes on VOD on YouTube, I have to like kind of split it up. So I like in order to kind of split the streams, I have to stop it and then restart it. I'm changing my keys and everything. It just makes it easier to like catalog things. So if people are going to watch, you know, like I don't know, like XCOM, then they can keep track of that stuff pretty easily just by searching it up on the on YouTube. So I don't have to like, you know, I don't have to come back on my live stream and you know take note of that. So I'll be back in like just yeah 2 minutes. So you can keep the stream, I guess. It's not gonna like go away or anything. I think YouTube might have to refresh though.